All right, call the meeting order. Clerk, please go roll.
Burgess. Here. Morton.
Here.
Myers.
Here.
Hoskin.
Here.
Washington.
Here.
Williams.
All right, let record.
Time. Anybody know?
6:35.
Thank you.
All right, let record us show village clerk, mayor, and attorney Matt Bernison. All righty. A couple things here. Again, this is my fault. I apologize. Last week we had this letter, and I gave the attorney the wrong one. I forgot to go back out and send this out to you. This is what we talked about last week. This is the Will County side. Give me one second if you would.
Yeah, I have one on my desk from last week. Thanks.
We need one more down here.
Oh, here you go. Yeah.
Well,
There you go.
Rosie can take mine.
I got enough.
All right.
I forgot I made it.
You got one?
All right, this is the property on the Will County side. And I'm just looking to the board. I know we talked about it last week. You're just now getting what I should have got you earlier this week. I do apologize. This is the proposal that they've made. And what we have is, I can't remember exactly how many acres it is. It's just a small footprint in Will County, just on the south of Steger Road. This property has went into foreclosure. It's under a trustee of the courts currently. And this is also the property that they were looking to de-annex. And last we heard they were trying to get the property along 394, between 394 and Deer Creek. You live in Deer Creek, right? So it's Lincoln Meadows. They were trying to get the property between 394 and Lincoln Meadows to join in to that lawsuit with them. We've had some conversations, I think had some conversations with this attorney to try to keep it out of courts, see what we can do. We tried working with Crete to see if they would provide water. I also told the mayor of Crete that, I'd be willing to bring something back to the board if we wanted to share tax revenues. It's all pretty much a informal discussion to see where we could go. The mayor of Crete is not budging. He wants the property, and he's pretty much in favor of them to continue to try their lawsuit to de-annex. Here's what we have. We have the property. It is in Sauk Village. It's not our property, but it is in Sauk Village limits. Problems we have is that's one of the highest spots in Sauk Village. We cannot provide water to them. Crete has refused to provide water to them. We have sewers that go all the way up to the property. However, our sewers go into the WDNR, and they've refused to let water on that side of Steger Road to go into their sewers. So we're in a situation there. We cannot provide water to them, and we cannot provide sewer service. On good faith, because we reached out to the attorney that was handling this to try to work something out. They've come back with this proposal to provide Sauk Village with a little bit of revenue. And I don't know how much it is, but
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask, how much it is, because it says here 20%.
Right.
And this is based in 2014, so.
Again, it's only a small footprint, so 20%. And I'm sure it's not going to be a lot, but what it does is, number one, it keeps us out of courts. And probably a case that we will more than likely lose. And at the same time, not only just losing it, we're looking at losing additional property along 394. So 394.
Will this, is this a prelude to when you start annexing things, then you have to, if you're surrounding it, then you can what would you call it? A domain, limited domain,
no.
you can come in on it. No, will
You're talking about forced annexation.
Right, forced annexation.
This is not forced annexation. This is what they're doing, is asking to de-annex from Sauk Village.
No, what I'm saying, if we gave this parcel of land, would that put us in a worse place later on? Would Crete have more of a foothold and say, hey, now I'm going to do this now?
No, because Crete doesn't completely surround. What they're looking to do is Crete will have, they'll end up annexing that little parcel in the Crete right there next to Cole. And I have no doubt it will expand. We're going to see a business go in there. They've already got a business working with. Crete is the one holding everything up. And I'll be honest with you, this attorney, he's more on our side than he is right now on Crete's side. He's pretty upset with the mayor.
With Mike, you know.
So, again, looking at everything, he said, well, here, before we go back to court, more or less, I think if you want to call it, they're throwing us a bone, or however you want to say it, here's what we're willing to do if you're willing to be in it.
I got a couple of questions.
Yes.
Are we talking about the parcel that's the small sign, cold sign is on, that parcel we're talking about?
Correct. Between Stager Road and Culver's.
Okay.
And 394.
So now they can't they can't get water from Culver's, where Culver's is getting their water from?
No, because it comes from Crete.
Okay, so Creed's not, whoever gets that or whatever is not willing, Creed's not willing to give water to that, if somebody wants to put something there?
They said no.
That's what they said now. Okay, now the second question is across the street, as you stated, north side of Stager Road, and then going into Lincoln Meadows. They're trying to get that annexed to Creek too?
No, what they're trying to do is de-annex. What they did was, because they had such a small partial, they had ended up, this attorney firm is the one that represents the whole entire lawsuit. So what they did was reached out to the farmer on that property to the north of Stager Road, to get them to join in with their lawsuit.
To
De-annex.
de-annex. And if they de-annex from Sauk Village, I'm pretty sure Creek's going to try to pick them up.
More than likely, yeah.
Okay, now, does that parcel, which is part of, right now it's part of Sauk Village, can we provide water to that area?
Yes.
Okay, so my question would be, the last question, I have no problem with this if they put it in writing that they won't go any further. Because once they get into that right there, then now we have another problem.
If our agreement was with Crete, I would have no problem. The problem is, this is not with Crete. This is with the attorney who represents the trustee for the foreclosed property on that corner.
But if we de-annex from that, I'm sure Crete is going to annex that land.
They will, up to Stager Road.
So therefore, then basically our problem is with Crete. Because if we de-annex right there, then they're going to get that, and then now they can come across the street or try to come across the street and get the land that's north of Stager Road.
We're not giving that property up. North of Stager Road.
I understand what you're saying. We're not trying to give this one up either. But you see, where this has been in the last 6-7 years. We've been going back and forth with this land, and they were arrogant enough, and you remember that.
Yeah.
That they put that sign on there without permission from the village at all, and that was the village, within the village property. We didn't own it, but it's within our realms. They didn't ask us for a permit. They didn't ask anything. They didn't just erected the sign. We never got compensated for that, because we do have a sign ordinance on property that's in Sauk Village. Nothing ever happened. Now, and the ongoing litigation that we had and back and forth with the mayor of Crete, and he basically didn't even want to talk to us, but he still doesn't. They were adamant to put that there. Now they want us to agree to let them have that without any nothing but this little pittance, whatever this is. But in the meantime, that sign been up there for the longest. They claim they can't do this, and this. They claim, you remember yourself, that was a wetland. They couldn't put any more property there, but now they got culverts all of a sudden appeared.
Right.
Now, to do this, I have no problem with it if they write, they can have the money back. I'm not that little pittance of money, but I would like to see something in writing that stated that they can't go north of Stager Road right there in that area. That's the only thing, because if not, they
Trustee
will go right
Williamson,
back
there's
in
a
court,
6:43 p.m.
As soon as they get this, then they'll go right back in court. I mean, no, you're saying it's not for Crete and this lawyer, but the lawyer's getting paid by Crete.
No, the lawyer is getting paid by the courts.
But Crete stands to
Correct. The
benefit, absolutely. So therefore, I would rather, like I said, put language in there that you can't go any further. We talked about that before a few years back, that they can't go any further, and then fine, they can have that. But if you don't put that in there, next month, 6 months from now, a year from now, we're crossing. Now let's move across the street, because that land over there does have able to get water there, and then Who knows? I still can't see that they can't get water from culverts to that little spot right there. I'm sure they can. That's a prime spot. They'll find a way to get that water that Creek will.
You're right.
if
Well,
they wanna
Crete has water up to that.
Okay, so,
Crete,
I mean.
Crete has refused to provide water to that site as long as it stays within Sauk Village.
Correct, because then they had to pay us.
We should have 2 committee meetings.
No, they'd have to pay Crete.
No, I'm talking about if Creek puts water on our property, whatever, they would have to pay us. If they run lines too in our domain, they got, even though it's Creek water, they have to pay us because that's part of our,
Well, see, that's one of the things when I was talking to the attorney, I said, I've got no problem with Crete can provide water for you. I've got no problem with the, I can't remember what they call their, I can't remember, something Creek sanitary system. I said, I have no problem if they run there to provide your sanitary, your sewer. But again, the mayor of Crete says they're not providing water to a site in Sauk Village.
No, he won't, because he eventually will lose that in court. So, as I stated before, I won't have a problem with it if they put it in writing, just a matter of putting it in writing, that they won't infringe any further, they won't go north of Steger Road into that area. Then by myself, I have no problem with that.
Right.
I do have a problem, however, letting them have it without that language. I do, because we've been doing this for the last six years that I know of, back and forth with Einhorn, and for him to have the gall to put that sign there, and it's in, well, I'm gonna say he did, but they put that sign there, and nothing, we never got nothing. We didn't reap anything, we didn't get any money from it or whatever. They didn't even ask us for a sign permit. But we have to get sign permits for every business that we have. So that's just my opinion, and that's where I stand.
I will see the mayor of Crete tomorrow night. And if it's okay with the board, I will tell him that we are considering to go forward on the de-annexation. However, we want something in writing from him stating that he will go no further north of Steger Road annexing property. And I can tell you right now.
Can you repeat what you say? I couldn't hear.
Okay.
You're going to talk to the mayor of Crete tomorrow.
If it's okay with the village board,
If it's okay with the board.
to let him know that we are considering at this time de-annexation of that property. And however, we need something in writing from him stating that Crete will go no further north annexing property. Now, it should be interesting because he already plans on going further north.
That's what, we know that. That's what I'm saying. So they can keep that little few dollars that he's talking about. They can have that, but put that part in writing. Because we may want to at one time come and put something on that corner in the north side. Now you take it away 2 corners. You're taking the north and the south side of Steger and the east side of it. We don't have anything on the west side.
I have already got word that he, in fact, I don't know if they've done it yet, that all the way up to Steger Road, going all the way to the state line, going all the way to the country club, that Crete is looking to try to annex.
Annex that.
He's already contacted the farms north of Steger Road
They
to
need
try
money.
to annex those.
They need money, like we do.
Well, he's not going to get much off of that property, but the thing is, he is trying to go all the way up to St. James Church.
Okay, David, so you know, when they annexed, and they can tell you, they came down Cottage Grove, Steger did, and annexed all that. They got some money. Those people had to go out and take loans for their taxes. And some people just walked away from it because of anything under 6 acres, they automatically
But
annexed.
they had to approve it. So you can't just walk in and annex it. They couldn't force annex because they weren't completely surrounded.
I don't know.
Those people had to agree to it.
People walked away from this homes right there.
A lot of people walked away from the house.
Yes, they did.
Only reason we got
You had a meeting scheduled on it.
3 or 4 of them over there
You did make
is
an
that,
announcement that it was going to move to the 24th.
Roger
He
was
was
one of
here.
them Simple on our fire department. His family had a couple of houses over there, and we was able to stop that, and they couldn't go all the way down. They got to high school, and that's about it.
Right.
And then we just, 6 months ago, we let the guy that just on the entranceway into the subdivision up there, he just came in and filed. He just said, yeah, he just came in and filed that. And he bought all that wooded area all the way back. So,
Somebody was tapping. I heard it.
I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it?
I heard it. Yeah, I heard the door.
Oh, well, I don't know who that
So
was.
this is what I'll do. I'll talk to the mayor of Crete tomorrow. Again, I'm not going to tell him that we're doing it. I'll tell him we're considering it, and I'll see what he says. and if I get something in writing, I guess the question is it okay that we consider voting on this, or do we want to meet again in executive session? You guys want to look over if he gives us anything in writing?
Yes.
Okay. So if I get anything in writing before the next village board meeting, we'll call for an executive session again. You can review what they provided. All right?
Okay.
Alrighty. The other thing too, I just want to touch base with you. Said every time we had a chance to meet with you, we're sitting down with, as we told you last week, dispatchers on the 23rd of this month. So we're going to go ahead and move forward and let them know the proposal that we have about dispatch center. So, you can figure by the 23rd before that night, it's going to be all over town.
It's pretty much all over out there now.
Yeah.
'Cause
But
two of the chiefs at my conference, they came up to, and the hikes, Chicago Hikes didn't even put one in. Send you guys a proposal. And they're, where they're back up, there are.
Well, the reason the other chiefs know about it is because, remember, as a board, we
Police
gave our
department.
attorneys the okay to go and start FOIAing all the other towns. So that's why they know that we're looking at it, because we're FOIAing all these towns, wanting to know how much they're paying for joint dispatching. So that's one reason the word's out there, but, I mean, the residents can base off of, okay, Sauk Village is out checking with other towns, but they don't know yet, hopefully they don't know, unless someone from this room gave them the information, they don't know that we've already received something from another town with a cost. They don't know any of that stuff yet. The 23rd, they'll know, because we have to tell the dispatchers, here's what we have, we can go to joint dispatching for this price, either you have to move or beat it. So they'll have the details when we meet with the dispatcher.
He said that you had all their details from their police chief, which I'm assuming came from our police chief, but.
Right. So, but our police
Everybody
chief,
knows about it.
our police chief doesn't, I haven't talked to him about it. So.
Have we
again,
gotten any
this
other
is-
proposals? Have we gotten any other proposals in?
They're having stuff come in. Mike's gathering everything. Of course, Mike's saying he's on vacation or he's out of town or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we've gotten any proposals yet,
Right.
so.
I guess there was some tentative, they said how much they charge per call.
Oh, here we go.
But then again, they were looking for call volume and stuff like that. So we can do pretty much the math when they say $65 per call. We pull our call volume, we can do the math and figure out what it's going to be. So, all right. So I just want to make sure you're all aware of it. Again, we're getting close. You still have another, 13 days? But
So when you saying we'll be getting charged per calls,
no,
by the calls that come in?
That's something
not
separate.
that's something separate. A lot of communities charge by per call. That's how much they charge
To
you
the
for
police
dispatch.
station?
Police department, fire department, whatever comes through our dispatch center.
Okay.
Frankie
So,
called me when I
but
was in the driveway.
the one that we currently have through Kurtz, it's a set amount of what they charge per year.
I'm just saying, because we push when they put watch to call the police, call the
Right.
police.
Yep. So, all right, again, I just want to touch base with everyone. Anyone else have any other questions or have anything we need to discuss on the personnel? No, it's a quick meeting. So with that, I ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We'll have to go back out and reconvene.
Time.
And,
Time.
Back
We don't have
6:52.
to close? Oh, yes, we do.
yeah, session